2 days after an ice storm hit Quebec and parts of Ontario, 2 people are dead and hundreds of thousands of Hydro-Québec customers are still without power. But the public utility is making progress in restoring it.
We have now more than 500,000 customers where the power has been restored. We are still aiming at restoring more than 800,000 by the end of today.
Officials say strong winds could affect crews' work today and cause more outages. About 1,400 workers were sent out to restore power today. That's in addition to the 1,000 workers deployed yesterday. Officials say some customers could remain without power throughout the holiday weekend. The CBC's Kwabena Oduro is tracking developments in Montreal and has more now on how people there are coping.
I'm in the Villeray borough in Montreal, where you can really see the aftermath of Wednesday's storm. There is a tree that is down right now, and it's damaged 4 cars. And these cars are damaged at the front and the back, and this is just some of the damage that you will be seeing across the island of Montreal. Now, this street is closed off to all traffic, and people haven't had power in about 2 days, and they are just wondering when they will get that power back. Further down the road, there is a hydro wire that has been knocked down by a tree, and many people are just waiting in their cars, charging their cell phones. So this is the situation that we're seeing. And when you move around the island of Montreal, you will notice in the West Island that there is not a lot of power. So people over there are trying to find gas and food because there's not a lot of places where you can do so. Over in Chateauguay, they are dealing with some flooding in some basements of some people's houses. We spoke to one couple yesterday, and they were saying that they were trying to figure out how to navigate. Now, in terms of warming shelters and mitigation measures, there are plenty set up across the island of Montreal. Now, these are the places where people can shower, charge their cell phones, but people are also going to shopping malls because this is a place where people can do that as well, and shopping malls do have the power, so people are eating there as well. So these are the way people are coping with the storm. But here in Montreal, people just want to get their power back, and Hydro-Québec and city crews are working to clean up the debris and also try to get power back to people as soon as possible. Kwabena Oduro, CBC News, Montreal.
And city officials in Montreal have now provided an update on their cleanup efforts.
It's been 2 days that we're working very hard with our blue collars to grab all those branches, those trees on the streets of Montreal. We're still in duty. We have many crews, more than 500 crews on the ground to grab those branches. We will continue to work until all the weekend. Even if it's a holiday, we have enough blue collars, enough truck to complete the operation. Maybe not totally, but we'll do a lot of jobs during the weekend. So we will work in most of the borough 24 hours a day during the weekend. So we'll keep on duty. We will grab those branches. At this point, almost every street has been reopened. Of course, there's some exceptions, but we're doing our best to open all the streets before the ending of this weekend.
One of the areas struggling with the ice storm aftermath is Chelsea, Quebec. The CBC's Kate McKenna is there, checking in on the efforts of the mayor and his staff.
Chelsea, Quebec is one of the worst hit regions in Quebec, and you can see behind me there's a lot of activity. People have been coming in and out all morning, getting water, having showers, charging their electronics. There's even banana bread that someone brought here for people who need a little bit of sustenance after almost 2 days without power. And I'm joined now by the mayor of Chelsea, Pierre Gaynard. Welcome very much to CBC. I'm just wondering, what's the mood of people? Do you mind coming a little bit closer? What's the mood of people today?
Okay, so people they come here and they are very happy that we opened the center because as you know, in a rural community, no electricity for most of our residents. The vast majority is no electricity and no water. So they don't have any water, so they can come here and they are very happy with the minimum that we offer, but it's still very much in this situation.
Why was it important for you to be here today?
well, it's important for me to support the resident. And as myself, I have my jerry cans just here behind because I don't have any power at my place, so I need to take the water also. And it's important also to support them and also to check if they have any special needs or safety issue regarding trees falling on their house or things like that, so that we can help them and get the proper help. But so far, it's been good. It's for most of our residents, it's only the shortage of electricity.
Thank you very much. So you can imagine this is one of many warming centers across Quebec, basically between Ottawa and Montreal, that's dealing with major power outages. But of course, they're hoping that that power does come back soon.
And any sense, Kate, whether or not that's going to happen anytime soon? What have we been hearing from authorities?
So Hydro-Québec has said that it hopes to get between 70% and 80% of power back by this evening, but that would still leave hundreds of thousands of Quebecers without power going into this long weekend. Authorities right now are asking people for patience, and they're saying that this can be, a dangerous situation. Unfortunately, we did get confirmation of tragic news this morning from the Ontario Provincial Police that a second person has died. He was crushed by a branch a couple of days ago. So authorities once again warning people, be careful about fallen wires, be careful about carbon monoxide. Dozens of people have been treated for carbon monoxide poisoning. So these are all things that authorities are encouraging people to, take stock of. But hopefully for most people, this will be over by this evening.